Okay, I've literally given up here. I'm expecting in maybe 10 seconds the camera will freeze. I see it started before it's caught up. Okay, so this is my third attempt to go live, and I just want to see if the camera is going to freeze midway. Not understanding the tech difficulties I found myself with. Okay, apparently, thank goodness, it's working okay. I guess I can just speak what I wanted to. What's up, yo, DJ Bricks, man? I don't know if you get what's up, Micro. I just wanted to why track it. Yeah, this is actually part three. Okay, I don't know why there were so many issues. Cindy, my son's life mattered. Bert, all things independent. Hello, welcome. I'm sure the notifications were all weird. I knew the audio has been an issue, and I was just worried that the camera was suddenly going to crap out on me. Okay, so there's this one thing that happened. And part nine, yeah, you know what? This is just a whole franchise. I'm going to milk it. Something happened today that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. All right. Today, years old. It's a simple lesson. It doesn't require all the bells and whistles of OBS, StreamYards, or panels. There's just something I simply witnessed that is forever going to impact, I guess, how I view things, my honest to goodness cynicism, which is from being on YouTube for as long as I have been. I got to admit, from certain things that have happened, it's already had an impact on my perspective on the human condition. But let me paint a brief picture so you understand why I tried three freaking times to go live. There is near my job a 38, 36, 38-year-old woman. She's a little obese. She is she's not ill as far as I know in terms of mentally ill. That's not something you can look at and see and say, oh, so that's happening, this is happening. She is not physically ill. I've had enough of a rapport with her to assess that she's healthy enough to work. She's been in a very odd spot near my job area, and she's essentially become no different than a piece of furniture. She sits from before my arrival. She's there before 1 p.m. and every time I leave around typically normally 10 p.m., she is at that point either and bear this in mind. Okay, what are we talking about? 8 to 9 hours. This obese woman is simply sitting with her back against a brick wall. Her legs are all the way stretched apart, right? And so, there's people that need to go around with their carts and whatnot. A lot of people, because she has a sweet face, I suppose. She talks real friendly like. She charges her phone with some magical outlet somewhere, and she goes and enough people donate and offer their money out of the blue. Actually, so many do that she's able to just live on this street corner, on this sidewalk. And I started to really get shocked when people would come in and ask for, $20 cash back and go and just give it directly to her. Now, me, I keep it cordial. I am not one to judge. I have my reservations and my opinions. I believe that human beings, we need to find a purpose. Working is healthy. Um, the backstory about this strange woman is that she was once a kindergarten teacher, and I don't know, fell on hard times, couldn't pay the rent, and has since decided to just live on this sidewalk. So the thing that happened today that is forever going to impact how I view anybody that's hoping for money. There's other panhandlers. I mean, I wouldn't even. She's not actively asking for money, but she's not turning it away. There's a family. They downloaded a program where they have some sort of crazy, stupid, futuristic looking violin, and they pretend to play it. It's really a Bluetooth thing, and people are just throwing their money. It's a whole family. uh, Dozens of people have offered the father of that family a job, and his first excuse was he's an illegal immigrant and he can't. and I offered him a job with some construction friends I have, and he said the same thing. I said, "You can work under the table," and he refused. And the one actually, this was alive. It may still be up, but I also took down every video where I'm in uniform. I went up to this woman who was fake playing the violin, and people were just throwing their money at her like it's going out of style. And it's very strategic. They got one over here, one over there, wherever the cars come in or gotta go. So you have to see them in their signs or whatever. When I went up while filming and I dropped a fiver in there, I saw piles of 20s. It made me feel like a sucker. It makes the working man feel like a sucker. And from that moment on, I'm like, I'm never donating to that family ever again. What used to piss me off is that the mother would choose to bring out their near infant children just to sit out and pose and look desperate. And every one of them would collect money. The police would only come and tell them to go if they brought the kids out to sit out in that hot sun. So now back to the obese woman that is a part of the wall. I'm walking by. Usually I'll say hello, how you doing? I've offered her an interview. She wants no pictures, no interview. I respect that. So I offer to give you know what? Okay, me and somebody else both did this. I'm walking past her. It's a part of my job to go from one place to the other and back. All right, empty pallets, break them down, yada yada. I go to offer her like a daps, right? And this is her reaction. She didn't respond with another dap. This hand went from this to this. So that in that one moment in action, that visual illustration, it taught me, showed me, learned me that this woman has now grown to expect donations for doing nothing more than surrendering effort. She is content. This woman sleeps on the sidewalk. When I left tonight, just like every other night, she's laying down next to the brick wall. There's this side where she gets to face the street, and then there's this side where I get to see her from my window. She's laying down, covered in her blanket, and getting ready to go to sleep. All she does for the entire day, from let's say 1 p.m. all the way till right now. I guarantee she is there right now. In the morning, she is gone. I don't know what this woman does with her life, but I can say for the past 2 months, all she does and all she seems to want to do is charge her phone. She's texting to some people, she's watching her internet stuff, and she has grown to expect handouts and donations. People are giving her food, people are giving her money. She goes and shops for junk. She eats nothing but junk. 36 to 38 years old, this woman, large, fully capable to do something, especially if she was a kindergarten teacher. But how long does that sympathy card last? How long do we let somebody just sit there and do nothing and enable that behavior and reward it? So this is something like I'll never forget. Like imagine if you went up to somebody, right? And you went to go give them a little daps, right? And their hand, instead of meeting you to go be like, yo, what's up? They go like this, like, oh yeah, okay, this is where you're supposed to give me money now. And the dumbfounded look, because it was an awkward moment. And there is a friend of mine who knows this, the woman and the circumstances, and the same thing happened to him. He actually told me about this. Then it happened to me. I went, hey, what's up, girl? And boom. And I looked at her, and she saw my hand was closed, and she looks up like me, and she puts on like, oh, like a silly smile, like, oh, that was so silly. She didn't say anything. She just looked, recognized I wasn't gonna give her a handout, put her hand back, and retracted it. I'm shocked and stunned that for 2 months she has been allowed to sleep on this public, a place that is for the public. But does it mean? I mean, living or choosing to be homeless or whatever the case, I'm sure it's strenuous, it's terrible, and we should all be very, very sad. But there has been people that now call where I work to ask about her, to offer her somewhere to stay, to offer her a job. No, no, no. She wants to stay in this corner and keep her freaking hand out, and that's her life. So I just this you could call a compulsion. I wanted to share this experience for I'll never forget it. And it is a damn shame because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are out there really, really hard on their luck and they could use the help. It's examples like this that ruin it for everybody, right? The bad apples spoil the bunch. Man, the entire tree is rotted. And I have trust issues in general. I already had them going in before I started this YouTube channel. Then now they got worse, and then stuff like this. So just, oh humanity, where art thou? At least there's you good people. Speak of the devil, a big cat. Guess who I was just talking about? You know the chick that's a part of the wall, and you try to give her daps, and she opened her hand. The same thing got to happen to me today. I am so blessed to say. I'm walking past her. Okay, I wasn't on my break. I was actually bringing something from point A to point B, and I went to go greet her, and she did this. Same thing happened to Big Cat right there. So, and thank you, brother. Thank you for hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? I took the time to explain this whole strange existence, and I don't understand how any human being would accept to just call that their life day in, day out, morning to night. Yep, I'm gonna sit on this street, on this sidewalk, and hope people give me stuff. And I'm just gonna live like that. 2 months now. Something's gotta give, something's gotta change. She's not willing to have an interview. I want to talk to her. I made that clear. She does not want to face her reality. I think there's some willful, voluntary cognitive dissonance of some variation here. Where's her family? Where I don't know, but everything is on her. Okay, this is her choice, and sadly, it's examples like this that have caused me to second guess anytime I see anybody out there that needs a hand, a helping hand. She needs more than a helping hand. She needs to help herself. So that's it. That's why they need to rebuild greater. Wait, I'm sorry. That's why they need to be rebuilt greater than before. I missed some of the conversation clearly, but thanks for this. This is something I was holding on to, and the camera and all the tech issues. At least the camera thing is done. More things to come. And that's it for the Progressive Patriot Manic Moment, Manic Mind. Now, I got a PS5, some comic books, and I got to wake up and work for a living like the rest of us. Everybody, Shabbat Shalom, blessings, thank you, and good night. Okay? Oh, MAGA make asylums great again. Whoo boy, man, you taking me back because let's see, Crazy House. I was at Bark, which is court ordered. That's how I had. Oh, I'm getting personal. Saffron, good to see you. Saffron, if possible, I'd like a. I don't know how we manage this. I'm sorry to reach you over hearsay, but I feel like you've showed me enough of your character that I'm willing to reach out to you and just say feel free to email me, progressivepatriot44@gmail.com, if you wish. Okay, salutations and good night to one and all. Be well, celebrate independent thought, take care of one another, mental health first, and then everything else. Good night, goodbye. Bye, Cindy. Thanks, Big Cat.